Okay, good evening Mr. Dhiren.
Good evening, Miss Rose. Good evening.
Apa khabar?
Oh, khabar baik. I think it's quite awkward untuk kita kan.
Yeah.
Since we have been dealing together, right now we are sitting for a podcast session and all.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you so much for having me over here.
Alright. So this topic today evening, sebenarnya pagi petang ni kita nak membincangkan sedikit topik yang tengah hangat dibicarakan dibincangkan di media masa, iaitu private university. How the private university can be as a selection to the student, terutamanya sekali sekarang kita currently we have get to know the UPU result.
Exactly.
And we know that the increasing of the STPM numbers of A's of student daripada tahun 2024 meningkat daripada 53 kepada 41 bilangan A STPM di Malaysia.
That's quite a big increase, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Jadi daripada situ, from that statistic numbers, okay. So as a student recruitment head of department,
Student recruitment.
Okay,
alright.
of
That's
head
fine.
department. Okay.
That's our core field, I guess. So yeah.
Yes,
fine.
okay. So and we are in the education line for several years. So we can see the rise of the ACE numbers from the student, and then the question from the parents keep going on. How about the status of education? Most specifically for private university. So going to that question, going to that topic, how you as a head of department, especially to recruit for the student, seeking for the new student, how to change the perception of the public about the private university, especially for AIMST University, or is about the brand name for the university?
Okay, that's a nice question actually. But prior to that, I think allow me to just give a small briefing.
All right.
So first of all, thank you so much for having me over here, despite of our busy schedule and so on. And I'm very much happy to be here to share inputs that we have been facing in the industry and so on. And especially for those who are watching this who are watching this podcast session, thank you so much for taking up your time to join this session. And I believe the inputs that we are going to share over here will somehow or other help you out in making up the right decision when it comes towards the next level of your education in your life. So I think without wasting our time, I just wanted to answer your question, Ms. Rose. Okay, Ms. Rose, before moving into the question, like how to change the perception of the students on this whole overview and all, let's go back a bit. Let's see. Cuba kita tengok apa yang berlaku di negara kita, apa yang tengah berlaku dan apa yang telah berlaku sebelum kita masuk ke dalam arus masa depan kita. Okay, soalan pertama. So selalunya host yang akan tanya saya kan. So I think this time let me throw this question to you. Okay, when was the last time Ms. Rose actually happened to move into the government hospitals?
Alright. It's about government hospital. A year ago?
A year ago.
A year ago.
Fine. When you move into a government hospital, I mean when you happen to have a visit to government hospital for any reason and so on, how do you see the overall situation? Bagaimana sintaksis perjalanan dalam sistem kerajaan, sistem hospital kerajaan?
Alright. Saya masih lagi melihat. I can see from my perspective during my visit.
Ms. Rose, I'm very sorry. I hope definitely it's a very much sensitive topic, but we are speaking the reality of the situation.
Yes, this is reality.
Exactly.
It still happen now.
Yeah, true, very true. And I really believe this will never impact anyone's sentiment because we are actually conveying the exact scenario which is happening in the industry. So yeah.
Yeah, it's happened to my experience.
Okay.
When I go there with my father. We have to wait for almost 5 hours, 5 jam untuk menunggu untuk mendapat keputusan hasil darah sahaja. So from that situation, I can see that we still need doctors, we still need nurses, and to make the time more faster.
Exactly.
To get the medicine and so on. Just for simple treatment, we have to wait for more than 1 hour. It's very crucial time for the patient.
I think, Ms. Rose, you are actually giving the first input of my answer, which is that the whole situation in government hospitals, we know that the nation needs more doctors.
Yeah.
Why? It's because of very simple reason, which is that yes, jumlah pelajar yang tengah membuat aplikasi, which is doing, I mean those who are doing applications to move into this government university for all these important healthcare program, for example MBBS, dentistry and pharmacy, it is increasing. But to look into the base situation, how many of them is actually being absorbed in government system? So when the number of people who's moving into government system is actually not meeting the demand or the requirement out there, eventually that shows a clear indication that the number of doctors, the number of medical experts that we need to fulfill or to meet the requirement of the public over there is surpassingly high. So bermaksud, to put up in a very easy way, jumlah permintaan tu tengah meningkat setiap tahun. Tetapi sumber yang tengah memberi support untuk that, for that particular channel, the supply power, it's not that strong enough through government system alone. So when government by themselves is not adequate, which means that one source itself is not enough actually, that's where they need the support of the private institutions, private university and so on. So speaking towards that, the moment we know that the student is not being able to be absorbed by the government system, eventually the next options, which is the alternative option that they will be having, is to seek for any other university who can provide them the opportunity to move into the desired programs. So at the end of the day, somehow or other, though I'm going to come from a government university or I'm going to come out from a private university, I'm still going to serve the people over there. I'm still going to serve, I'm still going to do my houseman in government. I'm still going to deal after the patient. I'm still going to be the support system for the healthcare industry in our nation. So the perception of students who want to be into the medical industry, I will say the prime objective should be, the prime concern should be, what is my desire? Ada tak saya bercita-cita untuk jadi seorang doktor?
You must start from your ambition first.
Exactly. So my ambition matters. So when I've made up very clear saying that hook or crook, I wanted to become a doctor, somehow or other, I will try to find a way to end up in such ending. I will never question which way I'm going to take into. Because we will speak the reality. Mengikut statistik yang kita ada, jumlah pelajar yang tengah apply untuk masuk ke dalam government university is increasingly going up every year. But the number of students who's being absorbed by the government system is relatively low. From my perception, I will say it's relatively low. So when it's relatively low, what happens towards those who wanted to become a doctor badly? Because the situation out there, the public, they need doctors. They need medical experts. They need someone to support the whole entire healthcare industry. So that's the time where private institution like AIMST University, we get on the ground.
All right.
So I think definitely answering towards your question, the perception, I will say, especially on Gen Z, it has changed rapidly. Contohnya, I think during time Misros, time Dhiren semua, selalunya bila kita buat application kat private university, apabila kita telah
dapat result,
apabila kita tak dapat result daripada government and so on. But right now, even we by ourselves, we know that sebelum result UPU keluar itself, student dah mula apply dalam private university dah. They have started applying.
Situasi telah berubah sekarang.
Situasi telah berubah. Gen Z, they are very much clear enough. They have a very much formidable situation.
They are really open-minded.
Exactly, they're open-minded. Sebab dia tahu, I might be offered in government or I might not be offered in government. So if let's say I'm offered in government system, I'm fine. I'm happy about it. If let's say I'm not offered a placement over there, I'm not going to give up. Okay,
regarding your words, I'm not get in for government university. So it is mentioned, it is coming for the second thought that does private university of course AIMST University degree as seen as second class. When you say about I want to find another way, I want to find another option, it seems like the second class to them.
Okay, this is one of the very much important question, I guess. I think this is a common question that we have been facing in our whole process. Okay, instead of us using the words second option, second class or second option, I choose to use the term as an alternative option. Sebab dia ada perbezaan antara second class, second option and also alternative options. Which means that, let's be very much honest, if it's going to be government university or if it's going to be private university, the bodies that is going to take place over here in sense of accreditation, in sense of quality assurance and so on is the same. MMC has to get into the picture.
Yeah.
KPT has to get into the picture.
There is a professional body.
MQA has to be into the whole picture, which is that these professional regulatory bodies, they are going to work in the same way when it comes towards the government institution and also it comes towards a private institution. So dalam konteks apa yang kita berbeza? So what is the difference I'm having? I'm not a difference over there. So which means that when I'm not offered through government system, I have an alternative options to move into a university called as AIMST University. Disebabkan itu, we have a lot of students who has applied with us while waiting for UPU result itself. So bermaksud student as we know itself, student Gen Z ini, dia tak nak move dalam satu situasi di mana okay, apabila saya tidak diterima di bawah sistem kerajaan, that's where I'll go and seek for. Yeah, that's where I'll go and seek for private institution. No, it doesn't happen like that. Right now, they are very much clear. I'll be applying for government system. If UPU accepts me, I'll be happy. If UPU doesn't accept me, I have an alternative option. So the term second option, the term second class, it doesn't work over there. So we have been running our institution for the last 24 years. So in this last 24 years, we have produced batch of graduates from this medical industry in a way where they are being the main support and they are being the pillar of this healthcare industry, I will say.
Okay. Mungkin sebab ada perbezaan, there is a different generation.
Exactly.
Millennials and Gen Z.
Exactly.
With millennials, we as in my age for millennials group, we follow the system.
Exactly.
We accept the system and we must go through the system. And we doesn't think about the second option.
Exactly.
We don't have alternative in that time.
Yep.
But nowadays we can see the medical college is running up, is bagaikan cendawan.
Betul.
Tumbuh.
Betul.
Jadi pilihan itu lagi banyak kepada mereka.
So now the whole question comes into, saya ada banyak pilihan. Pilihan mana yang akan memberikan kebaikan kepada saya?
Yeah,
pilihan mana yang akan memberikan saya satu status di mana I'm different, I'm one step ahead comparative to others. Like for example, looking into our nation perspective, approximately we have 23 medical university and colleges, both government, non-government. It's all mixed up in a range of 23, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. In this 23, how do AIMST stands differently? That is the most important question. For us, we are very simple. We are known locally and we are known internationally.
In business term, we call it selling point.
Exactly.
What is your selling point?
Okay, to speak about selling point, my USP which is my USP, my advantage is I am being integrated into a system where I am producing the batch of doctors who is in accordance towards the requirement of this industry and the globe right now. Contohnya, we used to be in a situation where the method of learning for these healthcare programs, it has been in a traditional aspect before this. Now, we have moved to its integrated system teaching. So, this integrated learning is what required by the nation. Dengan wujudnya konsep AI ni semua, eventually, the graduates that I'm producing, the medical alumni, the medical doctors, dentists, pharmacists that I'm producing, they are meeting the requirement of the globe.
Okay, sebut tentang anti-requirement, Mr. Diran.
Yeah.
Okay, as a student recruitment head of department also, there is a perception.
Rasa cemas lah tiap kali bila Miss bagi tahu head of the department semua.
Okay, there is a perception, Mr. Diran. Okay, that private university, of course we are in the private university, AIMST University. There is a perception mentioned that private university lower entry requirement just to fill the seat.
Oh,
is it putting revenue before quality?
Oh, ni memang satu statement yang memang memberi masalah yang besar.
Yeah.
Okay, to speak about this, let's be very much honest. I think we have to go back towards our previous discussion. The bodies that took place over there, okay, the bodies that is into the ground, especially MQA, MMC, KPT, they work and they observe each and every minor details when it comes towards this program. Sebab we have to understand one simple aspect. This is something that I've always been sharing towards the students and also the parents that I'm meeting actually. Any kind of mistake in any other industry, it's a mistake. Any kind of a mistake.
Alright.
Apa-apa kesalahan ke in any industry, it's a mistake.
Okay.
But a small mistake in medical industry, it is considered as a crime.
It cannot be forgiveness.
Exactly. Why we call it as crime? It's because you are dealing with a life.
Yes.
So when you're dealing with life, do you think an institution, which is example AIMST University, who has been running our institution for the last 24 years, we will forego or we will compensate our entry requirement just to meet up our number of seats? Definitely it will never happen. We speak according to data. Till this moment, we will never be flexible when it comes towards entry requirement. Why? Because this entry requirement is endorsed by MQA, KPT, MMC and so on. Contohnya, ada tak mana-mana pelajar yang masuk dalam AIMST University dengan pointer 2.6, 2.7 untuk MBBS? Definitely cannot. The minimum requirement itself is 3.0.
Yeah, 3.0
and then
and
your
above.
physics, chemistry, bio, you have to score at least be over there. Sebab we have a request from the students out there, parents out there saying that, sir, there's only 1 mark different, just a small grade, tolonglah, we will repeat the subject in next semester, next intake. No, definitely no. Though we know that, okay, there's an option for them, we don't do that. Why? Because we adhere the requirement from the ministry, MMC, very much particularly. Sebab tu, when it comes towards the auditing and all from these regulatory bodies, we are brave enough and we are comfortable enough. Sebab kita tidak akan memberikan ruang untuk diskriminasi seperti ini, and also a big crime. I consider this as a crime. A big sinful crime like this to happen in AIMST University. And our Chancellor is very much particular on that. I think, Ms. Rose, you know about it, I guess. When it comes towards this requirement, we follow adequately based on what is being set by the government.
All right. So AIMST, we will follow entry requirement as stated in the entry requirement as well. So with the outcome, we will quality of our graduates to make sure the healthcare industry in well and established.
Exactly. That's why our admission team is running 24/7 to ensure that every single application that comes in, it meets the entry requirement over there. Sebab konsep dia senang saja, Ms. Rose. A small mistake that we are going to do over here is going to impact the life of the innocent souls who has never made any sin. So you cannot take it as a very much light scenario just for us to fulfill the number of seats. And we have never done that, and we will never do that. That's for sure. That's the assurance that a university will be giving towards people and public out there in ensuring that the graduates, the doctors, the dentists, the pharmacists that we are producing, they are someone who meets the requirement set by the government.
All right. You have mentioned about ensuring. AIMST will ensuring.
Yeah.
Okay. So Malaysia already faced on the oversupply of medical students with limited housemanship placement. Are AIMST University helping solve the healthcare gaps or making the oversupply problem worse?
Okay. Speaking about this oversupply, now I just want to reiterate back the statement which has been quoted by our ministry, which is our Minister of Health, which is that though it has been an oversupply, still the requirement is not being fulfilled. If it has been in a situation where oversupply, bermaksud kita perlu mempunyai jumlah bilangan doktor yang memenuhi permintaan pesakit setiap hari. It is not happening in such way. So I will never go comfortable with the term oversupply. We are producing, because the global population, the population of the nation is increasing every year. So when it's increasing every year, definitely the demand goes up. So when the demand goes up, the supply has to go up over there. Ada tak kita boleh, can we come across a situation where, okay, I studied for MBBS, I studied for dentistry, pharmacy, but end of the day I'm being jobless? Definitely no. If it's happening, then there's something wrong, I will say, when it comes towards the job prospect of that particular candidate. Because it's very simple. From our side, the faculty and the university, we assist student until the placement of the housemanship. So bila kita memberi bantuan sampai tahap housemanship, this issue will never ever take place in AIMST University.
Okay.
Did I answer your question, I guess?
Yeah.
I think, Miss
Sort
Rose,
of.
you know my problem, which is that you ask me one question, I'll be keep on giving answers. So yeah, I just don't want to run from
Okay.
it.
So in between that, you are mentioned about tuition fee and so
Yes.
on. All right.
Okay.
Some say that parents say, in the perspective of parents, private university charging sky high tuition fee, but delivering uncertain career outcomes. So how do you justify the value of such an expensive education?
Okay. See, Miss Rose, as how we begin this podcast session, I think that we speak according to data, which is that the tuition fees of AIMST University, it is the lowest in the nation. We have never revised our tuition fees under the guidance of our chairman, Tan Sri. And Tan Sri has made up very clear that every deserving student, he or she should be provided with equal opportunities for them to move into all these programs, for them to study the desired courses. So when it comes towards the desired courses, let's be very much honest, the population of the students that we have over here is a mixed up mode. We have B40 mainly, we have M40, we have T20 and so on. So if, let's say, the tuition fees of AIMST University is skyrocketing high, how would B40 be able to support that? Like, very much simple. The total tuition fees that we are providing, as we speak according to data, it's the lowest in the nation. Together with that, I'm providing scholarship. AIMST is providing scholarship. So when AIMST is providing scholarship, we are providing them external scholarship. We are providing them financial assistance of PTPTN. There's no room for a statement saying that the cost is skyrocketing, it's in a level where it's non-affordable and so on. Sebab, I think at this point of time, I really have to take this moment to convey information that perhaps people out there might be able to understand. 2 years back, our chairman, Tan Sri met a student. And he inquired about how this program goes on, what is the requirement, I mean, how do you feel the fees has gone and on, and students conveyed their perception of it. The moment the student conveyed the information and all, the next moment itself, our chairman took an action on that. He made it very clearly that every student who is studying in AIMST University, if, let's say, they don't face any financial issues, because from university's perspective, we are helping them out, we are providing scholarship, we are providing extra financial assistance and so on. If, let's say, there's any issue takes place over there, immediately it will be brought towards the attention of our finance department. Our bursar is there, our financial controller is over there, our whole senior management is over there. They address the issue adequately and immediately to ensure that the student is not burdened with any kinds of financial issues moving towards this towards the desired program. That's why when you look into our medias and all our social handles, social media handles, we have been constantly uploading, we have been constantly informing the students on who are our testimonies. Pelajar kita sendiri menyebut tentang kita. They speak for us because they know that these are the privileges, these are benefits that they are enjoying, they are going through in our institution. Like let's speak very much honestly. Let's show one university which provides all the facilities in sense of accommodation, meals, 3 meals in a day, which is provided for 365 days, utilities, your Wi-Fi, your electricity,
Laundry service.
Yes, your laundry services, your student reference, all these things in a rate of 530 ringgit. Who will provide that? We are providing that. Why are we providing that? Why our chairman is providing that? Why are we in this concern? Because it's very simple. I will always use this word because this is the statement which was conveyed by Tan Sri chairman towards me.
Tapi Mr. Dhiren, Mr. Dhiren, masih ada lagi. There is still some thought outside there. Kenapa mereka tidak percaya tentang apa yang what we provide here? They still not believe. But why we are provide all this kind of advantage to their child, but they are still not believe that. Macam mana daripada sudut tu?
Sebab consider senang saja. For them, it feels like it's too good to be true. I came across this statement from parents. They was like, "Sir, are you sure? This is only 530 per month. Is 530 covered with all these things?" I've been keep on.
They are not believe or they are not convinced.
It's not they're not convinced. They couldn't believe. Why they couldn't believe it? When they make up a comparison with other institutions and so on, they know that relatably this fee is not even equivalent in any manner. So for us, it's very simple. We have been providing this fee for several years. We have never made a changes on that. Why? Because we want them to enjoy the benefits. That's what the whole perception of AIMST University has been.
So our aim, the university is not a profitable company.
I think I will never move into that because we are in a perception, we are in a situation where we prioritize the well-being of the students. So when we prioritize the well-being of the students, we provide all the support in sense of facilities, in sense of financial assistance for the students. I think even quite number of them knows that if let's say they face a situation where they couldn't make a payment or not, the finance room is always available for them to step into. The office is always available for them to step into, to speak about the problems, to get it solved and all. We have never stopped any student because of financial issues and all. We always find ways to assist them in a way where they will feel that I don't have to worry about financial aspect and I just have to focus my studies.
All right, okay. So when you are saying about we never stop to talk about our benefit, to the value that student will get after studying here, graduate from here, and then make sure the parents' money in very worth when they invest in the education for their child. So from the beginning, we mentioned about the Generation Z,
Yes.
and the technologies improve nowadays. So how do you think, how your response about AI incorporated in medical line? Is AIMST University aligned with that?
Okay, that's a
Technologies.
that's a very much good question actually. Speaking about AI, one thing we have to understand is, yes, AI is the future of the world. We don't deny that part. But AI will never be the only future of the world. You still need a human touch over there. You still need to blend it together. So when you need to blend it together, the system that we have been implementing, it incorporates AI into the modules. It incorporates the AI in their learning aspect. It incorporates AI into their daily aspect, right from the advancement of the system, advancement of the technologies, and also the advancement of the facilities. It's all incorporated together. So when they move into AIMST University, for me, I will say it's a simple package. You get it at one go. So everything is provided for you over there.
For in AIMST University.
Yes, exactly.
So we cannot running from AI technologies nowadays.
Definitely, we cannot.
We cannot run.
We cannot run that.
So how about the curriculum itself in AIMST University?
It is designed in a way where it meets the specification and also the requirement of the globe and also the nation. So that's why we have a implementation of a teaching where the system incorporates, as I told you just now, it incorporates AI into that too.
Yeah, I think it's a very quite interesting topic. That's why we will have another podcast tomorrow with the expert
We should
discuss about the AI incorporate with this curriculum, our curriculum here, to make sure our graduate is in a ready for the market.
I think, as we said, when we comes towards speaking about these programs and so on, we definitely be not. I think you gave me 30 minutes, I guess, in this role. So to sum up in 30 minutes is quite hard. So I think the first level of information that I've conveyed would somehow rather be an eye-opening information towards people who are watching this podcast session. The next upcoming days, which is tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will be having our podcast with our faculty itself. So perhaps in that session, the deans will be able to explain more in detail on why we always stand alone. From our aspect, it's very simple. AIMST University, when it speaks about our MBBS, dentistry, pharmacy, or even other programs, we stand separately from everyone. We have our uniqueness. So this is the right opportunity for the students who wants to seek into this program, who wants to develop themselves in this program, who sees this as their career, to step into AIMST University. I think our tagline works a lot. AIMST University, realm of excellence. So that is something that we hold on to all the time. And I will take this opportunity to convey this, that for those who are seeking for this opportunity, do not miss this opportunity.
Okay.
Because we are the only university in Malaysia which has been providing a program for a very much affordable tuition fees with additional perks of advantages, benefits is being provided.
So can I say as a summary, believe at any university?
Exactly. That's something that we always have to we always stand by our word. Believe AIMST University, we are the future of the nation, and AIMST University educating tomorrow's leaders. Something
And
that's
stand together with confidence with AIMST University.
we will all the time, no doubt on that.
All
so
right.
yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for
so
this.
Much. Thank you so much, Ms. Rose, for giving me this opportunity. Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dhiren,
Welcome.
to spend your time and to clear the doubt from our
because
parents.
After this, I have to run to Melaka, I guess, because we have a UPU briefing session in Melaka. So for those who are watching this all the way from Melaka and also Johor and also other states, we will be coming over to meet you in your states. We are there to provide all the supports. All we require is your note. That's it. Thank you very much. See you soon.
See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.